Where is she?
She's lying down, God help her, and maybe sleeping if she's able. What is it you have?
The young priest is after bringing them. It's an old shirt and a bit of plain stocking that was got off the drowned man in Donegal. We're to find out if it's Michael's they are. Sometime herself will be down looking by the sea.
How would they be Michael's, Nora? How would he go the length of that way to the far north?
The young priest says he's known the like of it. If it's Michael's they are, says he, you can tell herself he's got a clean burial by the grace of God. And if they're not Michael's, then let no one say a word about it, for she'll be getting her death, says he, with crying and lamenting.
Did you ask the young priest would he stop Bartley going this day with the horses to the Galway fair?
I'll not stop him, says he. But let you not be afraid. Herself does be saying prayers half through the night, and the Almighty God won't leave her destitute, says he, with no sons living.
Is the sea bad by the White Rocks, Nora?
Middling bad, God help us. There's a great roaring in the west, and it's worse it'll be getting when the tides turn to the wind. Shall I open it now?
Maybe she'd wake up on us and come in before we'd done. It's a long time we'll be, and the two of us crying.
She's moving about on the bed. She's coming in a minute.
Give me a ladder, Nora, and I'll put them in the turf loft the way she'll not know of them at all. And then maybe when the tide turns, she'll be going down to see what will be coming from the east.
Isn't it turf enough you have for this day of
There's a cake baking at the fire for a short space. And Bartley will want it when the tide turns if he's to go to Connemara.
He'll not go this day, the wind rising in the south. He'll not go this day. The young priest surely will stop him.
He'll not stop him, Mother. And I heard Eamon Simon and Stephen Fetty and Colin Sean saying he would go.
Where is he, it said?
He went down to see would there be another boat sailing in the week. But I'm thinking it won't be long till he's here now, because the tide's turning at the Green Head and the hooker's tacking from the east.
I hear someone passing the big stones.
He's coming now! And he in a hurry.
Where's the bit of new rope, Kathleen? It was bought in Connemara.
Give it to him, Nora. It's on a nail by the white boards. I hung it there this morning for the pig with the black feet was eating it.
Is that it, Bartley?
You do right to leave the rope, Bartley, hanging by the boards. You'll be wanting, I'm telling you. When Michael is washed up tomorrow morning or next morning or any morning this week, for it's a deep grave will make him by the grace of God.
I've no halter the way I can ride down on the mare, and I must go now quickly. This is the one boat going for 2 weeks or beyond it. The fair will be a good fair for horses. I heard them saying so below.
It's a hard thing they'll be saying below when the body's washed up and there's no man in it to build a coffin, and I after giving a high price for the finest white boards you can find in Connemara.
How would it be washed up, and we after looking each day for 9 days? And a strong wind is blowing a while back from the west and south.
Well, if it wasn't found, then there's a wind raising the sea, and I saw a star up against the moon, and it rising in the night. are 1,000 horses. You had it so. What price 1,000 horses against a son where there is one son only?
Must you go down each day and see the sheep aren't jumping in on the rye. And if the jobber comes, he can sell the pig with the black feet if the price is good going.
How would the likes of her get a good price for a pig?
If the west wind holds with the last bit of the moon, let you and Nora get up weed enough for another cock for the kelp. It's a hard set will be from this day with no one in it but one man to work.
It's hard set will be when you're drowned in with the rest. In what way will I live and the girls with me?
Did she come into the pier?
She's passing the green head and letting fall her sails.
I've half an hour to go down. You'll see me coming again in 2 days, or in 3 days, or maybe even in 4 days if the wind is bad.
Isn't it a hard, cruel man won't listen to a word from an old woman and she holding him from the sea?
It's the life of a young man to be going on the sea. And who would listen to an old woman with one thing and she's saying it over?
I must go now, quickly. I'll ride down on the red mare, and the grey pony will run behind me. The blessing of God on you.
He's gone now. God Almighty will not see him again. He's gone now, and when the dark night rises, I'll have no son left me in the world.
Bartley!
Why wouldn't you give him your blessing and he looking round in the door? Isn't it sorrow enough is on everyone in this house without you sending him out with an unlucky word behind him and a hard word in his ear?
You're taking away the turf from the cape.
God forgive us, Nora, we're after forgetting his bit of bread.
And it's destroyed he'll be going till dark night, after having eaten nothing since the sun went up.
It's destroyed he'll be, surely. There's no sense left on any person in a house where an old woman will be talking forever. Let you go down now to the spring well, and give him this, and he passing. You'll see him then, and the dark word will be broken, and you can say God speed you. The way he'll be easy in his mind.
Will I be in it soon as himself?
If you go now quickly.
It's hard set I am to walk.
Give her the stick, Nora, or maybe she'd slip on the big stones.
What stick?
The stick Michael brought from Connemara.
In the big world, it to be the old people be leaving things after for their sons and children. But in this place, it's the young men be leaving things behind for them that do be old.
Wait, Nora, maybe she'd turn back quickly. She's that sorry, God help her, you wouldn't know the things she'd do.
Is she gone round by the bush?
She's gone now. Throw it down quickly. Lord knows when she'll be out of it again.
The young priest said he might be by tomorrow, and we could go down and see him if they're Michael's. They are, surely.
Did he say what way they were found?
There were 2 men, says he, and they rowed round with poaching before the cocks crowed, and the oar of one of them caught the body, and they passed in the black cliffs of the north.
Don't give me a knife, Nora. The strings perished with the salt water. Oh, if there's a black knot on it, you wouldn't loosen it in a week.
I've heard tell it was a long way to Donegal.
It is, surely. There was a man in here a while ago. The man sold us that knife. And he said that if you set out walking from the rocks beyond, it'd be 7 days you'd be in Donegal.
And what time would a man take any floating?
Lord spare us, Nora. Isn't it a queer, hard thing to say if it's his they are, surely?
I'll get his shirt off the hook. That way we can put one flannel on the other. But it's not here, Kathleen. And where will it be?
I'm thinking Bartley put it on him in the morning for his own shirt was heavy with the salt in it. There's a sleeve was of the same stuff. Give me that and it will do. It's the same stuff, Nora. But if it is itself, aren't there great rolls of it in the shops of Galway? And isn't there many another man may have a shirt of it as well as Michael?
It's Michael. Kathleen, it's Michael. God spare his soul, and what will herself think when she hears this story? And Bartley on the sea?
It's a plain stocking.
It's the second one in the third pair I knitted. I put up 80 stitches and I dropped 4 of them.
Isn't it a bitter thing to think of him floating that way to the far north? And no one to keen him but the black hags that do be flying on the sea.
And isn't it a pitiful thing when there's nothing left of a man who was a great rower and fisher, but a bit of an old shirt and some plain stockings?
Tell me, is herself coming? I hear a small sound on the path.
Oh, she is, Kathleen. She's coming up to the
Take
door.
these things away quickly. Maybe she'll be easier after giving Bartley her blessing, and we won't let on we've heard anything the time he's on the sea.
We'll put them here in the corner. Will she see it was crying I was?
If you're back to the door, the way the light will not be on you. You didn't give him his bit of bread. Did you see him writing down? God forgive you, isn't it better to raise your voice and tell what you've seen than to make it lamentation for a thing that's done? Did you see Bartley, I'm saying to you?
My heart is broken on this day.
Did you see Bartley?
I've seen the fearfulest thing.
God forgive you, he's riding the mare now on the green head, and the grey pony's running behind him.
Oh, the great pony behind him.
What is it ails you at all?
I've seen the fearfulest thing since Bridie Dara seen that dead man with a child in his arm.
Tell us what it is you've seen.
I went down to the spring well, said a little prayer to myself, and then Bartley came along him on the red mare with the grey pony behind him. Oh, the Son of God, spare us, Nora.
What is it you see?
I've seen Michael himself.
You did not.
I'm
Mother.
after seeing
Was
him
it Michael you
this
see?
day, and
His
him
body is after
riding
being
in
found in the
Gallop.
far north.
And I stood there first, Bartley
He's got a
came,
clean
there
burial
was
by the
riding
grace of God.
the red mare, and I tried to say Godspeed you, but something choked the voice in my throat, and then he went by quickly and said, God's blessing be on you, and I couldn't say anything. And then I looked up, and I crying at the grey pony, and there was Michael upon it, with fine clothes on him and new shoes on his feet.
Destroyed we are from this day. Destroyed we are, surely.
Didn't the young priest say the Almighty God wouldn't leave her destitute with no sons living?
The likes of him knows little of the sea. Let you call Aelin and have him make me a coffin out of the whiteboards, for I'll not live long after. I've had a husband, and a husband's father, and 6 sons in this house. 6 fine men, though they were a hard birth, all of them, and then coming into the world. And some of them were found, and some of them were not found. But they're gone now, the lot of them. There was Stephen and John, was lost in the great wind and found in the Bay of Gregory of the Golden Mouth, and carried up, the 2 of them on one plank, and in through that door.
Did you hear that, Kathleen? Did you hear a sound in the northeast?
There's someone after crying out by the seashore.
There was Seamus and his father, and his own father again were lost in the dark night, and never a sign or stick of them when the sun rose. And then there was Patch was drowned when his curragh turned over. I was sitting here with Bartley, he just a baby, laying on my knees. And then I seen 2 women, then 3 women, then 4 women come in and crossing themselves and not saying a word. And I looked after them, and there were the men coming in after them, carrying a thing in the half of a red sail. Water was dripping from it. It was a dry day, Nora, and it leaving a track up to the door. Is it Patch or Michael, or what is it at all?
Michael's after being found in the far north. And when he is found there, how could he be here in this place?
There's a whole pride of young men floating around in the sea. In what way would they know it was Michael or another man like him? For when a man is at sea 9 days and the wind blown, it would be hard set for his own mother to know what man was it.
It's Michael, God spare him. For they're after bringing us a bit of his clothes from the far north.
They're carrying a thing among them, and there's water dripping out of it and leaving a track on the big stones.
Is it partly it is?
It is surely.
God rest his soul. What way was he drowned?
The great pony knocked him into the sea, and he was washed out where there's a great surf on the white rock.
They're all gone now. There's nothing more the sea can do to me. I've no call now to be getting up crying and praying when the wind breaks in the south. And you can hear the tide in the east and the tide in the west. And the great sound of the two noises and then hitting one on the other. I've no call now to be going down for holy water on the dark nights after sound. I won't care what way the sea is when the women do be keen in. Holy water, Nora, there's a small sap still on the dresser. It's not like I didn't pray for you, Bartley. To the Almighty God. It's not like I didn't pray through the dark nights till you wouldn't know what I was saying. It's a great rest I'll have now. And it's a long time coming. It's a great rest I'll have now. And a great sleep in the dark nights after sowing. Even if it is only a bit of wet flour and maybe a fish that'll be stinking.
Yourself and Eamon would make a coffin when the sun rises. We have some fine white gourds herself, but God help her, making Michael will be found. And I've got a new cake that you can eat while you be working.
Are there any nails in them?
No, Colin, we didn't think of the nails.
Great wonder she didn't think of the nails. With all the coffins she's seen made already.
It's getting old, she is. And broken.
She's quiet now and calm. But the day Michael was drowned, you could hear her crying out from here to the spring well. It's fonder she was of Michael. And who would have thought that?
An old woman will be getting tired with anything she will do. And isn't it 9 days herself is after crying and keening and making great sorrow in the house?
now, and the end is come. May the Almighty God have mercy on Bartley's soul. And on Michael's soul.
Michael.
And all the souls of Seamus, Pat, Stephen, and Sean. And may he have mercy on my soul, Lord, and on the souls of everyone who's left living in the world. They're all gone now. And what more